So basically, if you just type few thing, so it will automatically detect that one, and it will you know give you the full word. Okay, right here in the same. Okay, here you can see frame, data frame. So here you can see, this is how you can get the things. Okay, you don't have to write the colon, the double quotes over here. Okay, automatically this double quotes will be added, right? So like this. Now second thing here, okay, if I put my cursor over here on the print welcome to the R programming language code, and let's go and run this, and here you can see that after this, here you can see, it will just ex- you know the ignore this particular space, right? It will just ignore this particular space, and it will move to the particular line that you just wrote something. Okay, if in that particular line, if you just created something, if you created some code or comment over there, so the automatically the cursor will be there, right? Like this. And you will find that the help, by using the help in the bracket, if you write any word, okay, that is there, so you will find that, okay, you will able to explore more about the data frames. Okay, see the data frame with the example as well. See, this is the example you will find. Okay, which means that you can, okay, use this example over here. If let's say suppose I copy this example and over here, so you will see that particular data frame as well, right? But we will create our data set in the upcoming part of the session. And guys, as I told you, if you wanted to, sometimes, okay, if you see that the lot of code you just run, okay, okay, like we'll go one by one. So if you go here, if you see that if you wanted to, again the clear your screen, clear your console, basically you can use a control plus L, right? You can use a control plus L. If you wanted to clear your environment, so at that time you can go over here, this particular brush, you can clear your console. In the same way, if you wanted to remove the history, you can go over here into the brush and you can clear your all the history, right? Like this. Okay, got it? In the same way, if you created the few plots, and few plots will be there, if you wanted to remove those plot, you can clear those plot with the help of brush. You will see over here, after you created the plot, that brush will automatically turn on, right? Now after this, okay, as I told you in the agenda, okay, we'll be talking about the data types in R. So as we know in Python, how many data types are there? Lot of data types are there. List is there, tuple is there, dictionary is there, set is there, string is there, few numerical data types is there, integer, float, complex numbers are there, right? So these are the few data types, as well as the data frame series is there in Python. So what are the different data types in R? Then what are the different data types? Okay, so let me tell you how many data types are there. Okay, let me write the data types over here. Data types in R. So how many data types will be there in R? So here you will find that we will be starting with the, let's go over here. We will be starting with the first vector. Okay. So if we're talking about the vector, so what is vector in statistics or in mathematics? Vector is nothing but the one dimension matrix, right? Either in a row format or in a column format, isn't it? Right? So that is nothing but the vector. And you will find that most of the type you will see in R, those are nothing but the vectors, right? Okay, then you will see that the list is there, right? Then we have the matrix. Okay, then we have the array. Matrix is nothing but the table which is in a which is in a matrix format like 2 cross 2, 2 cross 3, 5 cross 5, like this. Like matrix is nothing but the those who have the rows and columns, right? Now here you can see that what is array. Arrays are also we can say that the matrix is one of the array, right? Matrix is nothing but one of the array. Array is nothing but, because there is very we will be creating the array in R. So let's say let me show you the three dimensional array, right? So let me go into the images, and here you can see that the three dimensions array. See, this is my three dimensions array. Okay, so here you can see that now three dimension array is matrix in three dimension. Okay, so here you can see that this is my first matrix. Behind this particular matrix there is another matrix, isn't it? Behind this particular matrix there is another matrix. So you will find, so there are rows is present, columns are present, as well as the number of matrix. Okay, so there will be three parameters: rows, columns, and the number of array, 1 2 3, right? So these are nothing but the array, which is nothing but the, in short, the advanced version of matrix. Okay, or in higher dimension you will use the array, not the matrix. You will use the matrix in two dimension. Okay, if you see the matrix is just the you know simple array, you can say, in two dimension. Okay, now I got the matrix. Okay, let me go with the 2 cross 2 matrix. Yeah, 2 by 3. Let's go ahead with 2 by 3 matrix. So here you can see this is my 2 by 3 matrix, right? Okay, this is 2 cross 3 matrix, 2 cross 2, 2 cross 2 matrix. This is 3 cross 2 matrix. This is 2 cross 2, 2 cross 3 matrix. This is 3 cross 3 matrix. These are nothing but the matrix, right? So these are the few things, okay, we should have to understand, right? So this is the basic difference between the matrix and array. Now what is factor? Now what is factor? Now as we understood the what is target variable, so as we know, in the target variable, let's say this is my target variable. Okay, this is my target variable. Let's say, okay, 1 1 1 is there, then we have the 2 1 3 4 2 1, like this we have the four things. Okay, let's say like this. Okay, let me go and run this. Okay, and if I implement this as the factor, okay, factor and y, and run this, so here you can see that now here how many levels are there, means how many unique values are there in my target column. Okay, if that my target column is 0 1 0 1 0 1, so you will see that the only 0 1 is there. But now in my target column 1 is there, 2 is there, 4 is there, 5 is there. So here you will see that the 1 2 4 5. Okay, that is nothing but the factor. Okay, which means you can use this particular factor, okay, to create the machine learning model, right? Yes, also you can say that it's a categorical term. Okay, but if we're talking about the categorical term, so which means that categorical term is nothing but the sum times of text data. Okay, and factor is nothing but that, okay, that which is something which has the power to convert your numerical data into the labels. So definitely it will consider as the labels, not the numerical values. Okay, because R, if you don't go ahead with the factor, okay, and you are trying to create a classification model in R, then it will throw an error. Okay, if you go with the factor as your target column, definitely you will get the output. Okay, And lastly, we'll have the data frame. Now, what is data frame? As we saw in Python, data frame is nothing but the, okay, it's simply a table. Simply a table you can create in the R or in Python as well, right? So these are the few things, right? Now, let us go ahead, guys, and understand one by one. Okay, so let us go ahead and uh, talk about the different, the let's say talk about the first type of data type, which is nothing but a vector, right? Let us talk about the vector. So as we know, in vector, okay, you will find that, okay, there are the different types of the vectors, okay, or you can say that the different classes of the vector. Like there is a, the vector might be a logical vector, you can see, logical vector is there. Okay, now the logical vector, if you see the logical vector, so you will find that, okay, let's say a is equal to the, let's say, true. That is nothing but the your logical. So in the name itself, if you go and use the true, so you will find that, okay, as we know, okay, okay, so here you can see that this is going to be the, okay, in the yellow pop-up, you will find that the true is nothing but the logical vectors, right? So that is the thing, right? Just go ahead and use the print the a. So here you can see the output is nothing but in the form of logical true and false, right? You can create the logical vector like this as well. Okay, so you can create with this, okay, true, okay, like this, true, false, okay. You can create the vector like this, okay, not the capital B because it's a case sensitive, that is why. Now here you can see we got the output true, true, false, false. Okay, so here you can see this is also a vector. Okay, now if you wanted to, check the type of this, the data type, so you can see that the type of this is going to be the, okay, the vector. So how you can check that? You can simply use the, the class, and in the class you can use the B, so which is nothing but this is going to be the logical vector, you can see, right? The logical vector you can see. Now the second type of vector is going to be the, numeric one, right? First here you can see that the logical true false is there. Then second type, what is the next type, which is nothing but the, you know numerical vector is there. So if we're talking about the numerical vector, so you will find that, okay, numerical vectors are nothing but the numerical values will be there, right? Numerical values will be there like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. Okay, this is going to be the numerical vector in simple words. So let's go and run this by using control plus enter. If you wanted to run the any line in R Studio, you can simply use control plus enter, right? Then what we can do is, okay, after this, if you wanted to see the type of this, you can simply see the type like the class of A, and here you can see the class of A is going to be the numerical one, right? If you wanted to, get some, sub part of this particular numerical vector, so you can get it. How you can get it? By using a, you know again the same kind of thing that we did in Python, by using, the by adding the square brackets. Okay, let's say if I wanted to, just extract the index first value up to index, let's say 4 value. index 4. So I can simply go and use this, and here you can see 0 1 2 5 value will be there. Okay, here in R, index will start from the 1, then then first index, then second index, the third index, and fourth index. So if you go and if you add the 1 and fourth index, so which means that all four index from 1 to 4, it will show you over here as in the output. Okay, in R you will never find that last index is excluded. Like in the, okay, in Python you will find that the last index is excluded, but in R you never find that kind of scenario. We have the multiple different types for this. Okay, we have multiple different types of this. So like we have the complex as well. Like if you see that, okay, so let me show you the complex number. Okay, let's say 2 plus, let's say 3i, this is going to be your complex number, right? So control plus enter and control plus enter. Here you will find that if you wanted to see the type for this, you can use the class, right? You can use the control plus you know enter, and you will see that the type for this particular data is going to be the complex one, right? Then you will find that the next type of the vector is going to be the you know the character. Now character is going to be the string in Python, as we know. Okay, character is going to be the string in Python. Now guys, just compare this vector, okay, in RStudio, the same you can find in Python. And what is that? That is nothing but the variable. Okay, as we know, in variable we have the multiple data types like the integer, float, right? Complex, string value is there. So in the same way, you can find this thing over here as well, right? So let me go ahead with the, this is going to be the complex. Let me add the name for it. Complex, complex vector, I can say. Or like in Python, you will say that the complex variable in short, right? Now, if we talk about the next one, which is nothing but the character. Okay. So if you're talking about the character, so here you go equal to, you can add any character, right? You can add any character. You can say like this, the Arif is there. Okay. Then second one here, you will find that Kodesh is there. Okay. Then Shweta is there, right? So for, okay, you will have to add, as we know, we will have to add the double quote or single quote, right? Then Martin is there. Okay. So again, I'll have to add the, single quote or double quote. So I can simply go ahead and, run this particular line of code. Okay, and after this, okay, I'll simply use this. Okay, and here you can see we got the output in, okay, in terms of characters, right? Then how to find it, the type, you can simply use a class and and control plus enter. You will see that the character class is there, right? Likewise, you will find that the multiple, types of vectors. Okay, similarly, we saw the different types in variables, the data types of the variables. Okay, in Python as well. Here also you can see the same thing. I just wanted to show you the one more thing. Okay, let's say, okay, this is my, okay, numerical variable. Let's say 5 4 like this. Okay, this is my variable, let's say. Okay, and let me just go with this a. Then I just wanted to, take the extract the small part. Okay, 2 to 5. Okay, and again after this I just wanted to go ahead with another term. Okay, I just wanted to only find out, let's say 2 to 5. Okay, so are these both command same or not? Are these both command are same or not? Let me show you. Okay, this is my numerical vector, right? Now here you can see that in the first command, in the first code, I just wanted to extract the values, okay, from index 2 to index 5, right? Let me go and run this, and here you can see the from index 2 to 5, you will see that this value 2684, right? Now here you can see that this is my second line of code. Here I mention I just wanted to find out the sub values from my A numerical vector, and what are those of the index 2 and index 5. Okay, so let me go and run this, and here you can see that I got the values of index 2 or index 5. Okay, second index or fifth index, I got the values. So these two line of code are different, not same, right? These two line of code are different. Now let us go ahead. Okay, this is about the you know this is about the vector, right? This is about the vector. Now let us talk about the list. Now let us talk about the list. Okay, let us talk about the list. Now what is list, guys? Okay, basically it can contain many different types of elements. Okay, basically it can contain many different types of element. Okay, like inside it, like you can see that the vectors, okay, the functions, okay, and even another list as well inside the list. Okay, so I'll write few list, okay, to show you that how you can create the list. Okay, and what are the different kinds of list you can make. So this is, let's say, list my, okay, this is the list, and I just wanted to write few values. Okay, then I just wanted to go ahead with a few floating point values. Okay, this is my floating point value. Now I just wanted to write or create the vector as well. Okay, let's say this is my vector. You can create the vectors like this, right? Now again you can write anything. You can go ahead with the string as well, right? As well as, okay, you can, let's say, you can write any uh, function as well. Let's say the sine function, if you know, okay, the sine function is there, right? So you can go and write like this as well, right? Let me go and run this, and here you can see we got the output. Okay, we got the output. Now here in the list, if you see, okay, in the list if you see the first index, very first index, you will find that the 2 value, then second index you will find that the 3 value, third index you will find that the 6.5 value, fourth index you will find that the 678 value, right? Seven index you will find that, okay, the hello. Okay, then here last you will find that the function, which is nothing but the sine function, you will see, right? So which means that you can write anything in list. Okay, you can add the complex number too if you want, right? You can add complex number too, right? Let me go ahead with the complex number 3.4i. This is my complex number. If I wanted to go ahead with mean, so I can go ahead with the mean as well. So let me go and run this, and here you can see, okay, this is my list again. Okay, here you will find that the complex number, and you can see the mean over here, right? So which means, okay, you can create the the class with anything. Okay, so the let's see the type for this. Okay, you will see that the list is there. The type of this is going to be the list. Now okay, if you wanted to view this list, okay, if you wanted to view the list in the separate window, so what you can do, you can simply go over here in the, in the third window, which means that the upper right window, you can simply go and click to this, okay, click to your list. So you will see that in my first window you will be able to see all the things, okay, the types, okay, you will find that the types, the your list type, you just created the list. Now you will find that the list with how many elements are there, 8 elements are there. And what are those? You will find that this and their values, list of length 8, okay, which means that 8 elements are there. So 2 3 6.5, okay, 6 7 8 is another vector is there, then hello, then your sign function, then your complex number, then mean, okay. So you can, create the list like this, right?